Neil Lomax warming up at the sidelines. Neither quarterback, Jeff Rutledge or Lomax, have any startling statistics through the first half. Mostly a defensive game. The Giants getting one of their touchdowns on an interception and a return by Bill Courier. Those are the numbers. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Let's start with the first quarter, and then we'll flip it to the first half. Not much going on there. Time of possession was rather remarkable. The Cardinals having it almost twice the time the Giants, but nevertheless they were the leaders.
Second half, the Giants, second quarter, the Giants come around, but the turnovers, really the two turnovers for St. Louis, as you were talking about, one of them led directly to a touchdown, and the other set it up.
And of course, the Giants had a couple of sacks right at the end of the first half, and it looked like they were going to get more points. They got them out of field goal range, so it's 14-10. Kicking off, O'Donohue. Second half underway. Leon Bright will take it at the 7-yard line. He's got some room over the left side, and it closes down quickly as Bright gets out near the 23-yard line. Willard Harrell there defensively for the Cardinals. Final instructions for Jeff Rutledge. As I mentioned earlier, making only the second start of his 5-year career. He started back as a rookie in '79 for the Rams against the Bears. And I'll tell you one man who I respect immensely for his football knowledge, Don Klosterman, always thought Jeff Rutledge was going to not only make it in the NFL, but make it big. He is, of course, replaced Scott Bruner tonight. Bill Parcells trying to get things happening. The Giants have moved the ball well, but they have fumbled, they've had interceptions, and most of their turnovers have come deep in their opponent's territory on 1st and 10. We watch Rob Carpenter over the left side. Carpenter with a pickup of about 4 goes down in the arms of Bob Harris, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. And Bob Harris, I talked about him before, O.J. and Don. Yeah, they really were surprised at this young man when he came in as an 8th-round draft pick and junior under suspension. They put him out on the side, and now they feel that they can safely put E.J. Jr. with all of his talent in the middle and let Bob Harris work out there.
He's only 205 pounds. I think that might be why they had some hesitations. Good protection.
2nd down and 6, and Rutledge fires into Missler. And Missler has 1st down yardage. He's out over the 35-yard line, so the Giants get a 1st down. And Rutledge gets his first attempt, a completion here in the second half.
A little too soon to tell for sure, but at least it looks like their offense is a little more crisp than it was in the first half.
Well, they picked up 4 yards on 1st down, and that's what you want to get, 4 more on 1st down. And with a 1st down now, I think I'd go to Carpenter again.
Don, you've got a great eye. They've run 3 plays and they're much crisper.
I'd say they're crisp.
Carpenter, and he's always crisp. Carpenter once again gets the call on the 1st down, and he gets 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 once again. He does a lot of things so well. He is very low to the ground. He has great balance, and he has strength.
That first move that he had there, that elbow up, that little step, I bet he can dance. That looks like a start of a conga or a tango. Hey.
He does dance out to the 41, 2nd down and 4. A rollout by Rutledge, and that did not fool number 23, Denny Barron.
Fool almost everybody but old Benny.
And Rutledge gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, Rutledge is not that nifty. Most backs would love to get that one-on-one situation. Nobody was out there. If he could have avoided Perrin, he probably would have gone 20 yards rather before anybody got near him.
Perrin's a great football player for this Cardinal team. He really is on his 2nd year. He came up last year and earned that spot. But he really saved the Tampa Bay game last week with a key interception. He calls their defenses. He runs the show out there. Youngster out of Alabama in his 2nd year. 3rd down and 4, the Giants. Rutledge has a man underneath is Ernest Gray, and Ernest Gray will have what appears to be a 1st down out over the 46-yard line. Ernest Gray is well known here in St. Louis. He came in, and in his 2nd year, in the opening game of the season, he caught 4 touchdown passes against the Cards, setting a Giant record. He will make some of the most incredible catches you have ever seen. He has good speed, but then every now and then he'll get one right in the hands, and he just doesn't seem to hold on to it.
It adds to the suspense, though, in watching him.
You have a point. 1st down and 10. Carpenter. And just a little like Franco Harris, he slows it up, he looks, he pecks along till he finds a little gap, and then he just fires through it, and Carpenter has 6 more yards. Bob Harris again defensively for the Cards.
Seems like to me, O.J., that a guy like Justin Carpenter, he ran with the ball, picked up 5 yards. They knew he was going to go. These other guys come in and keep hitting him. That's where they get hurt.
Well, they stopped his forward progress, and the guy did come in and hit him after that. I don't know if the whistle had blown or not. I think it's the official's fault if the whistle hadn't blown, but it was a little unnecessary roughness in there. But Carpenter can take it.
2nd down and 4. The ball inside. The Cardinals 49. The blitz is on. Woolfolk. And Woolfolk turns the corner and gets the 1st down. Good running by Woolfolk. The Cards in a full blitz, and the Giants will get another 1st down.
It's amazing how some teams, the Raiders are a team that can run a fullback but have trouble running the halfback. The Giants appear to be that way. You'll see on 1st down every time Carpenter gets 4 or 5 yards. Every time Woolfolk get the ball, he seems like he has to work overtime to get 4 or 5 yards. And he's doing a lot of running and a lot of work here to pick up 4 or 5 yards.
And it pays off inside the 42. 1st down Giants. This drive started at their own 23-yard line. Opening moments here in the 2nd half. Carpenter. This time Carpenter held to about 4 yards inside the 40 of the Cardinals near the 38-yard line.
Well, for the first time, they appear to have a plan. The 1st half, I couldn't figure out what they were trying to do, but it seems that they've come out here and said on 1st down, we're going to get a ball to Rob, try to get 4 yards or better, put us in a position where the the pressure's on the defense, and it's worked thus far.
It's 2nd down, plan. Long 6.
An old plan.
John Missler split to the right. Ernest Gray up at the top of your screen. Rutledge gets the completion, gets it out there to Butch Woolfolk, and Bob Harris was all over Woolfolk, and he gets another Giant 1st down.
Getting a little bit better protection in the 2nd half, and actually in the 2nd quarter he started getting a little bit more protection. Right there, protection breaks down, and there comes Big Al Bubba Baker.
Hey, Jeff is pretty cool in there. He's been hit rather severely several times tonight. He's going to feel it all tomorrow, but nevertheless he held it until he knew he could deliver. Woolfolk right side, and Woolfolk with power running inside the 25, and this time Woolfolk on 1st down will get 6 yards inside the 25-yard line.
But Butch did a nice thing there. He was running the ball instead of dancing around a little bit. He decided to make a move. He exploded upfield, and in a game like this, with the pursuit, with having trouble with your offensive line, that's all you can do. Make one move and get upfield and get as much as you can.
I know one thing Bill Parcells will be looking for. This is the drive. The Giants have had a lot of drives like this season. Then they get down close, usually inside the 20, and then the troubles start. This is the 11th play of this drive. One of the reasons for the switch to Rutledge from Bruning is to get into the end zone when you get down there and have the opportunity. That is Mulliday, and Mulliday does not handle.
Looks like it's very catchable that time.
Deke Mowat has limped off the field. He's the starting tight end, and Mulliday is usually in there when the Giants want to throw the ball. Mowat now being taped up his right ankle as Jeff Rutledge has the play brought in from Malcolm Scott, the rookie tight end from LSU. 3rd down and 4. Giants have kept the football almost half of this 3rd quarter. Rob Carpenter, single setback. Woolfolk split to the left. Carpenter, he wants the 1st down, and the flags that we've seen throughout the 1st half are all over the field.
As if one of them did do it, they threw 3 flags right at old Malcolm Scott. You see, they came in and told me to take that guy out.
Got carry him out, though.
Yeah, I misunderstood, Coach.
Holding Giants.
Well, at least they weren't inside the 20.
They were getting close, though.
Well, this hurt them at the end of the 1st half.
Holding, number 80, offense, 3rd down.
It was Malcolm Scott, the rookie from LSU.
Well, they
he's in there because they're working on Mowat on the sidelines.
They covered him up with yellow flags.
I tell you something, on that run, Rob Carpenter A guy as big as he is, he runs as hard as he is, he still has the ability to sidestep people, jump by people. I think he is possibly the most underrated back in this game today.
They're rating pretty high in New York. 3rd down and 14. Cardinals dealing with the 4-man front. And that pass in and out of the fingertips of number 88, Floyd Eddings, the speedster out of California. Good defense there by Cedric Mack. Pass thrown a little high, and we are going to see Ali Haji Sheikh.
Watch old Bubba, because he's coming back. He's getting to know Jeff Rutledge real well. That almost one of those. There's a slap, not quite to the head. Says hello.
I really have a hard time understanding this. We have Dave Jennings coming on. It would be only about a 51-yard field goal attempt unless there is something wrong with Ali Haji Sheikh. On 4th down, Dave Jennings in. The ball inside the 35-yard line. Lee Nelson is back. He'll try to guess with Jennings, but Jennings will go for that corner. And it will be close, and Dave Jennings has caught it right at the 5-yard line. So perhaps a strategy, I don't know. Maybe they are planning on their defense getting the turnover. It worked once before. I'm sure Ali Haji Sheikh is not happy. Dave Jennings, one of the fine punters in the league, at putting it out of bounds inside the 20. Actually, he puts it out regularly inside the 5, has hung it out at the 5-yard line, and one still has to wonder why not Ali Haji Sheikh. It would have been a field goal attempt of 51 yards. But the Giants have the Cardinals deep in their own territory. 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, and the Giants on top, 14-10. Stomp Mitchell, left side, and Mitchell, in just a full sprint, gets out to about the 8-yard line before Lawrence Taylor is there defensively for the Giants. The problem that Stump Mitchell had in the first half, you saw him limp off 2 or 3 times. We thought it was terminal a couple of times. He has a very sore toe, and they've taped it up.
They call it Astro toe. Surface doesn't give at all, and you stub your toe down there. It's very common on these surfaces, artificial surfaces.
Does it bend the toe back? It's like a sprained toe.
Stump got 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Mitchell right side, and this time Mitchell gets out to the 15-yard line. Good hard running. He'll be short of the 1st down, or very close to it. We're going to pause 5 seconds while they sort it out and let our stations identify themselves.
KNBC TV, Channel 9, Kansas City, Missouri.
Crowd of maybe 44, 45,000 tonight. Not a sellout. The game blacked out here in St. Louis. There's the measurement. And Stump is that much short.
Had Stump not stumped his toe, he could possibly pick that one.
Well, Stump came into the game. He had carried the ball only 25 times. I think he'll match that easily tonight. That's emergency number 911.
Tell you, they're a little brutal out here on their team and their coaches, aren't they? They got in the playoffs last year.
Our alma mater, they're going to get brutal out there real soon.
You're not at all happy the way SC is going, are you? 3rd and inches, and that, I think, is going to be short. Wayne Morris was the ball carrier. A whole bunch of Giants, including Brian Kelly and Lawrence Taylor, closed down on Morris.
4th down.
And it will be 4th down. It's not even close enough to measure. Let's take a look at it from behind. There's 56 and 55, and of course the big surge in the middle of the nose tackle, Jim Burt. But Lawrence Taylor, he'll do a number on it.
You're right. That Brian Kelly does have a way. He's very consistent. Plays good, solid linebacker.
He just lets gives the other linebackers an opportunity to play a little bit of a free spirit.
Helps him out, tells him where to line up sometimes. Been in the league 11 years, but he's still playing the run, I think, as well as he ever has.
And Bright is back for the Giants. Whoa! Uh-oh. Birdsong gets it off, but it's a poor kick. And that ball could have been snapped out of the end zone for a safety. Flags it down at the line of scrimmage. And it could have been the Cardinals released too many men downfield before Carl Birdsong had pulled the ball down and worked out the punt. That's the call against the Cardinals. Well, the Giants to turn that down. They're going to have great field position.
Yeah, we were wondering why they didn't go for a field goal. It's apparent that they have the confidence in their defense.
Number 31 on a kicking team, illegally downfield. Penalty decline, first down.
Over the last few years, they've relied on their defense. They're going against the 25th rated offense in football, so I guess they figured, let's put them in the hole. Let's rely on our defense. It's worked in the past, and it's working tonight. We'll be back in a moment.
The Giants' strategy apparently paying off. They have the ball, first down and 10, inside the 25-yard line of the Cardinals. But this is where they've had their troubles throughout the first half of the NFL season. Getting it in once they got down here. Now Carpenter, left side. And Carpenter, good running. Flag is down as Carpenter is down at the 20-yard line. Eloy Grooms defensively there for the Cardinals again, along with Bob Harris, and the Giants are holding once again.
Have they had this much trouble with penalties, Frank? Is this no, they heavily penalized
frequently so much, but they've got them in bad situations, as if they were a good one. Here's the call.
Holding, number 59, offense, first down.
That's the center, Humphrey, and I'll tell you, Bill Parcells was really exercised. All right, it'll be first down and 20. And the Giants are back to the 35-yard line. Mister goes right, Ernest Gray up at the top of your screen. Play action by Rutledge, looking for Gray deep. And he collects double coverage down there, incomplete. It was Benny Parent, the free safety, helping out Wayne Smith, the cornerback. Watch number 44, Smith. He knows he's got help coming in from Benny Parent. So he'll play on the outside, and he's right in position as Parent comes over. The ball, had it been caught, would have been out of bounds in any event.
Even without Parent, it would have been, had to been a great pass because he was covered all the way.
Second down and 20. 6:29 remaining in the third quarter. 14-10, the Giants over the Cardinals. Both of them looking for respect tonight. Both 2 and 5 coming in. Melody in motion. Rutledge, short roll. This is Moat back in the ball game. He'll pick up about 5 is all. And it'll keep the Giants in long yardage passing situation. E.J. Jr. defensively there once again. Jeff Rutledge making that start tonight. It's been a long time since he's felt the butterflies that were obviously floating around this week when it was announced early in the week that he would be replacing Scott Bruner. We'll get to it in a moment, Don. I want to know what it does to the psyche of somebody like Scott Bruner, whom we both talked with today. I know you've been there.
That's right.
Third down, 14. Rob Carpenter with a fine run. He gets inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah,
to the 23, and now we'll see Ali Haji Sheikh.
Yep, they were certainly playing for the field goal in that situation. I thought Scott Bruner's comment to us, Frank, was quite good. He says, you know, I'm not the first quarterback that's been set down before to come back as we take a look at Scott. He said, I just haven't been playing very well. He says, I don't really say it was all my fault, but I guess as a good team man says, he said, let's just hope that Jeff can do it tonight. It doesn't. It's not a really good thing that can happen. You have to lose a little confidence.
Ali Haji Sheikh, he missed the first field goal of the season. He's kicked 12 in a row. That's tied a Giant record by DeMello in 81. This one from 40 yards out. He can break the Giant record, and he does just that. 13 consecutive field goals. Ali Haji Sheikh puts it through the upright. So despite the strategy, the Giants, because of errors and penalties, they have to settle for 3. Ali Haji Sheikh, the rookie 9th-round draft pick from Michigan, is in the Giants record book. 13 consecutive field goals. Here he is setting the kickoff. Good kickoff, man, too. He puts it up high. This time it comes down at the 5. Bird loses the handle on it, and he works it back out to the 20-yard line. McLaughlin down there defensively for the Giants. And now we got a little bit of extracurricular activity, and the flags are flying.
Well, Malcolm Scott may have gotten away with it, but he threw that arm. He really didn't try to punch him. It was sort of a fake punch. No phantom punch.
Malcolm is having a hard time getting started.
Well, going to sort it out.
Well, normally they'll have offsetting penalties, but Malcolm did get up and throw a flagrant punch at him.
Malcolm Scott, the rookie out of
Personal
LSU.
foul, number 80 on the defense. Personal foul, number 58 on the offense. Offsetting fouls after the play. The play counts. First down.
Dave Aarons and Malcolm Scott getting into it. What the fans really saw was Malcolm Scott. They probably didn't see the little short, sneaky right hook by Aarons. First down and 10, the Cardinals. They now trail by 7. And there is Ali Haji Sheikh. One of the finest kickers I've seen come in for a long time. He has the distance, but he gets it up so quickly. Very difficult to block. Frank Gifford along with O.J. Simpson and Don Meredith. Howard Cosell's vacation continuing. He'll be back next Monday night. Washington and San Diego. Watching the Cardinals and the Giants. The Cardinals trailing 17-10. First down and 10, and they fire out to Roy Green. Neil Lomax on target. And Green picks up 4 yards before Bill Courier is there.
Nobody's perfect.
I wonder what's inside that.
A bird brain.
Well put. Second down and 6 for the Cardinals. Neil Lomax, who suffered through the early part of the season with a very sore shoulder, had a tremendous game against Tampa Bay in a winning effort last week, trying to get the Cardinals on track tonight. Stump Mitchell, bat, toe and all, gets the first down, running hard out to the 35-yard line. College football right here on ABC this Saturday. Have you ever watched Doug Flutie play down, that little quarterback up at Boston College?
It reminds me a little of Eddie LeBaron, a guy that I've always had a lot of respect for.
Now they're going to go against Penn State. They're coming off that win over West Virginia. Regional action, so check the listing for the game in your area. We have North Carolina against Maryland. North Carolina, the third-ranked country in the team in the nation, and Washington and UCLA. 3:30 Saturday here on ABC. A first down and 10. Lomax back. Blitz is on, but he lays it out. He just had to throw that away. Jim Burt was in there, and he was being pressured from the outside by a blitzing Terry Kennard. That's another major change for the Giants. Not only a quarterback, Beasley Reese, who had been a free safety for several years, a former Dallas Cowboy before he was with the Giants, was shut down last week. They started Terry Kennard. Beasley Reese handled it, I thought, rather gracefully. He said, look, you're paying me a lot of money. You're not going to play me. I want to go somewhere where I can play. So Beasley Reese is down with Tampa Bay. And Terry Kennard, the rookie from Clemson, first-round draft pick, is opening now at free safety. Second down and 10. Stump Mitchell works again on the right side and works out over the 40-yard line. Good running coming back against the grain. He'll get 6 yards.
And he's a fighter. You know, we're talking about Leon Bright having his string of punt returns without a fair catch at 96 or so. Stump Mitchell had his own little streak going at 87. So you know he's fearless despite his size.
Question your judgment. Says, you know, I respect your attitude and question your judgment about those fair catches.
Third down and 4. Shotgun. That's Pat Tilley in motion. Full blitz, and boy, Neil Lomax goes down. He had no shot. The blitz was on, and hustling in there was Larry Flowers. He was not even touched. He almost beat Lomax back there. Lomax tried to spin away from him. He almost beat the ball.
Well, that's a good defensive play. If anybody's going to block him at all, it has to come in from the side. And there's just nobody there to block him. Randy Love was blocking on a linebacker, and he hadn't.
Curtis McGriff out of the game, injured early on. They took him in, I presume, for x-rays.
There's at least a 22 net there.
He got some net.
Search made.
Birdsong on to punt for the Cardinals, and Leon Bright is dropped back for the Giants. Long count. Whoa!
How about that move by Birdsong?
Good move by Birdsong. The Giants had a strong rush from Mike Dennis. Here comes Leon Bright. nifty return all the way back into Card territory at the 47-yard line, but a flag is down at the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to be the Cardinals when Birdsong had to do his little dodge. Yep, had a legal man downfield.
And there's another flag down way upfield where Leon Bright took the football. We could have offsets.
Illegal block above the waist, number 52 on a return team. Illegal man downfield, number 57 on a kicking team. Penalties offset, replay the down.
Bob McElwee looks like somebody in the Navy signaling we need supplies or something.
Help, help, he says.
Now, I bet you that's an upset Leon Bright.
Oh, he had a fine return.
They keep an eye on those statistics. They all want to go into the Pro Bowl.
Carl Birdsong got under Dennis, got the kick away of 57 yards, and Bright promptly returned to 50. He's caught a couple of deep breaths on the sidelines, and he's back out. All right, Carl Birdsong, I'm sure had a few words to tell people on the left side. Look, Dennis is beating the ball in here. This time, good protection, end over end, Bright on the dead run. And Bright gets to the 40-yard line. The Giants in good field position. Earl Farrell there defensively for the Cardinals. We've got a minute and 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back in St. Louis in a moment. Back in St. Louis, we had an interesting trip up from Dallas last night.
That's right.
Via Catalina.
One on the left is on the right, and the one in the middle is the Methodist.
I don't think.
Huh?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter.
39-yard line, the Giants with the 17-10 lead, a minute and 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Have a first down and 10. Jeff Rutledge, not startling statistics, but he has the team ahead at the moment. Rob Carpenter has been doing much of the work on the ground for the Giants here in the third quarter, and usually on first down.
Bob Carpenter's doing the work, and the defense is doing the scoring. So,
but several times now, the Giants have been down close, and that is what has plagued them throughout the season. And they've not been able to get it in for the touchdown. They got one of their touchdowns on an interception return by Courier. Second down and 5. The ball marked inside the 45-yard line of the Giants. Floyd Eddings, the speedster, in there. He'll try the reverse. He never even got the ball. There we go. Sayonara. This will be 6.
that was
Denny Parent. A reverse attempt to Eddings. He never had control of it. And Denny Parent, we talked about him earlier. He made a game-saving interception a week ago against Tampa Bay, and he has brought this game to within 1 point of a tie.
That was such a poorly executed offensive play.
But he had to be on a blitz, Don.
Well, he was on, but it was not going to work. But the whole thing was just really not run very well. Here you go.
Here comes Eddings.
The timing was not what they call real smooth there. Nice catch.
Sure, Floyd Eddings thought to himself, this is not the way we rehearsed it. Aaron gets his first NFL touchdown. He's been a real leader in that defensive unit. And we are within the conversion of a tie football game, and in the final minute of the third quarter in St. Louis. Neil O'Donoghue. And it's Benny Parent, the man who holds it. That's why they took just a little time in setting up. They wanted to give Parent a chance to get his thoughts and breath pulled together. Now here he is, a second-year man, Alabama. Third-round draft pick a year ago. As a starter, as a rookie, he had a great year last year.
Floyd Peters, you see there talking to him, the assistant head coach. He said, that's just exactly the way we had that thing drawn up.
What a shock this must have been for Eddings. Whoops, there's Parent.
Well, Eddings sort of heard footsteps, even though it wasn't a pass. He saw the guy was about to hit him, and I think he was paying a little too much attention to the guy and not to getting the ball and putting it away. I
understand it, though, Juice. He has been out of action since preseason. He was activated today, brought back, really mainly because of his speed. He just has not been playing football.
I tell you, this guy's pulled off. He's had a great game tonight. You may question why they tried to run a reverse. They've been moving the ball pretty well up the middle, and that may be why they tried to reverse. Normally, when you're beating a team running the ball and you're running it right at them, they may be reacting to the middle, trying to help out in there, and you can burn them on a reverse. It just backfired on them on this.
It was just a misfortune of having that called when you have a safety blitz on.
All right, could have been just an offensive play that was just listed there before the game, and they just had worked themselves down to that play. And who knows?
There's Leon Bright. That is 50-yard punt return called back a while ago. He's pretty deadly on these kickoff returns also. O'Donohue, high kick. He should have good coverage on it. Here comes Bright. And Bright from the goal line works it out to the 25-yard line. 24-yard return. And the Giants now were moving along rather comfortably, and they have got themselves a tied football game.
Well, they've had good field position the last 3 times they've had the ball. This time, at least they're back in their own end of the field. They haven't been able to do too much with the good field position. Maybe this will inspire them to greater heights, do some wonderful things offense.
First down and 10. Floyd Edding stays in the game, split to the right. Top of your screen, Ernest Gray. Woolfolk, Carpenter, setbacks.
There's one guy wide open.
Mowat. And Rutledge a little late picking up Mowat. He was really wide open. And once again, Rutledge held it for a long time. And Big Al Bubba Baker really leveled him. And the flag is down. Well, now they picked it up. No penalty. Gain of 5 by Mowat. It's second down and 5. Heading towards the final closing seconds here in the third quarter. The Giants should be able to get this play off. Bob Carpenter. Carpenter hit from the side by Al Baker. Phil surges up close to the first down, and another flag is down. And another holding call against the Giants. They have really been on the Giants' case tonight. Either that or the Giants just flat are holding.
You see holding calls really when you're kind of overmatched, and they're just trying to hang on out there.
And some officials may call.
Number 67, offense, second down.
Billy Ard now has caught up with Brad Benson. He has a pair, and Zeke Mowat has been shaken up. The Giants tied in.
Well,
6 holding penalties now for the Giants.
Some officials may call holding a little different than other officials. Some players have a certain style of how they block, how they get their arms there, and it's not technically a holding.
Yeah.
But some officials may say if that arm gets a little outside, they'll call it. Some officials don't.
I think it's made it a more difficult call for the officials in the last few years when they changed that rule where the offensive lineman can release their arms out. I mean, the old days you used to have to hold your jersey almost. Hold that jersey, that offensive lineman with a hit.
Now, it's a credit to guys like old Bubba Baker here and Leroy Selma, guys that can get that pass rush.
What's 67 here, Juice, Don? That's who they detected holding. That's Billy Ard.
Well, he's got a pretty good arm. His right arm is kind of wrapped in there under his left.
No, he's got him pretty good. He can't even get loose.
Well, you know, I think his right arm got behind him, and it appeared to be holding. Like you say, with the new rules, you can extend your arms, and sometimes if that defensive lineman twists or he turns, you may get your arms wrapped around him. But it's holding.
Here's a young man, Zeke Mowat, who came in totally unheralded from Florida State, rookie free agent. We saw him a little earlier in the game. He went out, limped out. They taped up his ankle. Give the man some credit. He came back in, just caught that pass, and he's back down there working on the ankle once again. Been a busy weekend. Dallas last night. Raiders, terrific comeback. After all those fumbles, they managed to pull off the victory. And here tonight, and of course, we're going to be in San Diego next Monday night. The Chargers, I've said it already tonight. I know they must feel that they have got to get things pulled together, and they are pretty bunged up defensively, and they're also pretty bunged up offensively at the moment. Well, we got a moment. Let's go back to yesterday. Further action. Kansas City and the Houston Oilers. Earl Campbell injured his groin, left the game in the first quarter. And let's take a look at first quarter action. Gifford Nielsen, the quarterback. No score. Looking into the end zone. I tell you, that's pretty good composure. He finds Stanley Edwards to put Houston out on top at the first quarter, 7-0. Bill Kinney's having a good year for John Malkovich out of Kansas City. This one a 4-yard shot to Willie Scott out of South Carolina. That tied it up at 7. They got into overtime, and Nick Lowry, a fine field goal kicker, hit from 41 yards out. Kansas City wins it in overtime, 13-10. Houston continues without a victory. Zeke Mowatt now being assisted off the field. We'll try and get a full report on what has happened to this young man. I like it when a youngster comes into training camp, nobody knows really who he is, and he just started knocking people around. He wanted to make the football team, and he did just that. It became the starter. The penalty puts the Giants, the holding penalty, their 6th of the night, puts them back at the 20-yard line. They're 2nd down and 15. Those are the seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The game tied at 17. Carpenter on the draw. And Carpenter was really hit hard. Galloway and Bob Harris both there. And these Cardinals have livened up. They are really coming out of the ground at this point. It's tied at 17, and we'll return for our 4th quarter action. But right now, this word from our local stations.
Tuesday.
Lieutenant Commander Hart reporting for duty.
Jonathan's called to active duty.
I'm going to open up Pandora.
And needs the right stuff.
We're about to make the defense breakthrough of the decade.
Just to stay alive on Heart to Heart.
Tomorrow on ABC.
The search through the rubble goes on tonight in Lebanon. President Reagan says the Marines will stay. That story and all the news on the Channel 9 News after the football game.
It's Halloween, so set your spirit free. Turn it loose, turn it loose, turn it loose tonight. Cool.
Back in St. Louis, the word on Zeke Mowatt. He's been taken inside for x-rays of the right ankle. The concern is that there might be some ligament damage. We begin the 4th quarter. The Giants now faced with a 17-17 tie. They have the ball, 3rd down, 13. The ball at their own 22-yard line. Jeff Rutley's going all the way tonight. Cardinals showing the blitz, and now they get out of it. Rutledge high in the air to Eddings, and Eddings was really popped, and he stays down. Slow getting up. That's 2 shots that Eddings has taken tonight.
They'll welcome him. They welcome him back to the NFL.
Lionel Washington is 48. You'll see he's one of the defensive backs that are in there.
Welcome.
Stretched up, and Benny Perrin was the other. Boy,
We missed you.
Rutledge hasn't played that much, but he was just slow getting that ball off. Hung it up there and almost got his wide receiver decapitated. Jennings on to punt for the Giants. Steve Bird is deep, and these Cardinals, you can just sense the change. They are a fired-up football team, and they almost blocked Jennings' punt. Here comes Steve Bird.
he's got some room.
There, and Bird almost popped one. And nevertheless, he gets out to the 46-yard line, and a flag is down upfield. They could have an illegal man downfield. Nope, we're going to get a personal foul. And it's going to work against the Giants. Oh, no, working against the Cardinals, and he's bringing them back.
Personal foul. He pointed toward the Cardinals. Is that what I saw?
It'll be an automatic first down.
Could have been against Jennings. I'm not sure.
It's against the Cardinals, and it will be a first down. Here's the call.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 58, defense, before the kick. First down.
Dave Aarons, the foul occurring before the kick. Personal foul. Automatic first down. The Giants maintain possession. The crowd doesn't like it. Obviously a partisan crowd.
You always try to pick out where old Mo is hanging out on momentum. And I felt it really shifting over to the Cardinals side, and all of a sudden you've got yourself a personal foul. Gives the Giants a pretty good field position again.
I'll tell you, that could hurt the Cardinals because they really were smoking out there.
Defensive unit still fired up, looks like.
Carpenter.
Whoop, yeah, they sure are.
Oh, he'll lose a yard on that. Bob Harris. He's playing himself a football game. Number 50.
The whole Cardinal defense is playing a football game. They've been victimized. Let's take a look on the right side of the field.
This is Aarons. This is the man they call for the personal foul.
I see.
Yeah.
Well,
That's personal.
I wonder what somebody did to him earlier.
I tell you what, if I was that left guard, I'd take it personally, too.
There was a loss of a yard. A second down and 11. Pressure again on Rutledge. He gets it out into the flat to Wolfo. And a pickup of only 4 yards. It'll be third down and 7. And again, Bob Harris, good coverage. Third quarter stats. Let's take a look at them.
That's the halftime stats we've looked at a little earlier. You see not too much difference with anything along there except the turnovers. Third quarter stats, still pretty close. You know, we should have maybe even a tie ball game.
Third down and 7. The ball just over the 40-yard line. Both teams 2 and 5, and the Cardinals now showing a little more momentum. They are really hitting out there.
And the fans are kind of waking up a little bit.
And good shot, getting it to the tight end. That's Mulledy, and Mulledy will have the yardage for the first down.
And Bubba Baker, almost every time that Rutledge does throw a pass, you look back and you see Bubba Baker picking him up. He's awfully close every time Jeff tries to throw.
I'll tell you, this time Jeff kind of limped over to the side where he could get the play signaled in.
Quarterbacks kind of get used to this. You know you're going to get hit a lot after you're thrown. And there's Bubba coming back through. That's almost a late hit.
It's a little late.
Yeah.
Giants at their own 49-yard line. First down and 10. We're in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 17. Rob Carpenter. He runs into Junior. And he'll get a yard, and that's it.
Big Rob is going to have to get down a little sooner. You know, he has a way of, every time he gets hit, he doesn't go down, and he's opening himself up with some brutal hits. I mean, they tagged him pretty good on that play.
You mentioned that last night, talking about Marcus Allen, that maybe he tries to make a little bit more out of a play sometimes than he should, and maybe that's what Rob's trying to do, get another yard.
Second down and 9. The ball resting right at midfield. Rutledge back. The blitz is on. Good pickup, and we're going to have defensive pass interference, I'm fairly sure, on the part of Wayne Smith against Ernest Gray.
As Wayne's lying on top of Ernest, he says, "You mean me?"
He was all over him.
Defensive pass interference, number 44.
Well, he didn't mean
First
to.
down.
He didn't mean to. He said no.
As an alert fan looking on.
Take another look. We got Ernest Gray, 83, coming back.
There
Got a
it
hold
is
of him
right
right there.
Well, they're doing a little dancing.
Oh.
Wayne Smith.
I tell you, as many flags that are flying out there, I would think I'd give a second thought to something like that, because the officials obviously on the top of things tonight, and that was so obvious. Cardinals have hurt themselves twice now in this drive. Bradley steps back in the pocket.
Oh.
And that one could have been picked off by Benny Perrin very easily.
And he knows it, too. Just mistimed it.
He played it perfectly. Just didn't catch the ball. He even took his time. He saw it so cleanly and so clearly. Took his time. You see him on your right side of your screen there come over. He's not running fast. He knows he has plenty of time to get there. Just missed the ball.
That was his all the way. Too much time to think about it. Second down and 10, the Giants. .31-yard line. Wolfo. And the Giants' running game has really slowed here in the fourth quarter. Pickup of 2. It'll be third down and 8. Rutledge will be in the passing situation, and the Cards have been pressuring him all night.
Thus far tonight, every time the Giants get in this area, they start having problems.
The Giants better look out, because Malcolm Scott's coming back in. He's going to make something happen.
It's a different game for the Cardinal defense all year long. They've been 5th in total defense, but they give up a lot of points. They're last in giving up points.
Third down and 7. Jeff Rutledge, he's been rattled around a lot, and he knows it's coming at him again. Uh-oh.
Good move by
Gets it off,
Rutledge.
and he gets it to Malcolm Scott, the rookie from LSU, who's had his problems tonight, but he'll give the Giants a first down, goal to go.
Terrific job of Jeff Rutledge that time, under a lot of pressure, finding somebody open. He was looking for a friend. And found old Malcolm coming right across. Good pressure coming again from the outside. Safety blitz. He saw it, rolled back out, right. And there comes Malcolm.
The first reception for this youngster out of LSU. And he's caused a couple of problems for the Giants tonight, so he has to be delighted. He'll come over and say to Bill Parcells, how about that, boss?
So I didn't hit anybody. I didn't hold anybody.
Well, he did a heck of a job of running over Benny Perrin. Benny had to lead the field.
Shaken up. Benny Perrin, the defensive leader, and he ran into the big Malcolm Scott, who's about 240, and he is hurt.
He can't even get up on the bench.
First down, goal to go. Carpenter.
Good. Defensive hit. Oh, as junior.
And George Schmidt, the rookie from Delaware.
Curtis Greer, number 75's in there. I think they may have figured out they're going to give the ball to Carpenter.
Oh,
Gosh, hate to see that.
Benny Perrin.
The way he's laying, it could be a hip pointer.
Hip or perhaps ribs. Now he's back. Maybe just the wind knocked out of him. That's what we'd like to think. Second down, goal to go. There's the blitz showing. Good play to have called, but this time they have good pursuit. The blitz was on. They popped it for a moment. Butch Woolfolk got down close to the 2-yard line. I think he just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah. Something like that.
That's right. They had an old buddy of ours, Larry Wilson, come by the booth before the ball game, and so many times you see Larry Wilson from that safety position just you think he's never going to get up. He had his wind knocked out. They take him out for a play, and he comes back in. Maybe one of the toughest football players ever played against, Larry Wilson.
Third down, goal to go.
That's a good idea, Jeff.
Jeff did not like the defensive setup of the Cardinals. He takes timeout. He wants to make sure he'll go to the bench and talk it over with the coaching staff. And we'll be back in St. Louis in a moment.
Nissan trucks are
Major motion.
This new 4x4 is proof of Nissan know-how.
Head him towards the canyon.
The most powerful standard engine in its class and independent front suspension tame the worst terrain.
It's one tough hump.
4x4 Nissan style is major motion.
Come alive, come and drive. Major motion from Nissan.
At your Datsun dealer.
A Christmas gift from Radio Shack.
We got this TRS-80 Color Computer 2 on sale. Only $159.95. Instant loading program packs make it
a game arcade, a home manager,
an educational center, and we're learning to program.
It has a typewriter quality keyboard, and it's expandable.
Radio Shack has a Christmas sale we can all enjoy.
The TRS-80 Color Computer 2, $159.95, only at Radio Shack, where color computing starts as low as $79.95.
Busch Stadium in St. Louis. We have 9:46 remaining in the game. The Giants and the Cardinals are tied at 17. And Jeff Rutledge used one of the Giants' timeouts because he did not like what he was looking at in the goal line defense of the Cardinals. He wanted to talk it over. He has done that. He's back in the huddle. Third down, goal to go. The Cardinals have really hurt themselves on this drive. Unnecessary roughness on a punt. We're back at the Giants' 20-yard line. Kept the Giants' drive alive. Defensive pass interference. And down goes Rutledge. Another blitz. Lee Nelson, the strong safety, and Lee Nelson not even touched.
Well, we sort of knew they would blitz.
Yeah, you got to wonder why you can't pick that up. You know, certainly they've seen a lot of films on the Cardinals and a lot of other people blitzing. You got to close off that middle some way.
Well, the teams that pick it up are 6-2.
Yeah. You think in personal terms of accomplishment, Ali Haji-Sheikh perhaps a little happy about the situation because he's on a record streak. He's looking for now his 14th in a row. He just broke Manella's record earlier, and he hit his 13th in a row. And this was fairly close, 29 yards. And Ali Haji unties the football game. The Giants go back out on top by 3. They would have much preferred to get the touchdown. That's been their problem this season. We'll be back.
For everyone who keeps things rolling on the mighty Mississippi, this bud's for you.
This is the John C. Bird breakaway barge. Please respond. Let's get him. An 8-year-old right below you on the way out. I'll come around on the port side and bumper there.
Just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, this bud's for you.
Saturday on ABC's NCAA football. Penn State fresh off their victory over West Virginia tackle Doug Flutie and the Boston College Eagles. Or North Carolina, the number 3 team in the country, battles Maryland, plus other regional games Saturday.
Giants inside the 10. First down, goal to go. They have to settle for 3 points. We'll cover this from the end zone. There's Ali Haji. Said his 14th consecutive field goal a moment ago to put the Giants out in front. And now we'll watch Steve Bird bring it back. Good move, Steve Bird. Steve Bird found a little bit of a gap, and he gets out over the 25-yard line, up close to the 28. And now the Cardinal offense finally gets back out onto the field. Their defensive unit hurt them with a pass interference call that kept the Giants drive alive. They had a personal foul on a punting situation for the Giants that kept the drive alive. Finally, Neil Lomax, who had actually gone behind the bench and was warming up. It is a cool night here in St. Louis. He finally gets his offense on the field. 28-yard line, the Cardinals trailing by 3 with 9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the game. Lomax. Oh, goodness. Too much of a drop on that, and Brad Van Pelt is there.
It's funny how you get on a roll sometimes. You see offenses start playing well, then the other offense starts playing well. Tonight, I thought the Cardinal defense really got a spark going, and they were doing it really well. The defense now, they're trying to do the same thing. What are you looking at me funny for?
No, I was just wanted to notice, if you noticed what I saw, that pass was intended for Roy Green. He had run a fly pattern, and yet Lomax had dropped 3 yards.
Well, actually, he was running an out and up, and he ran out. He was going to fake a pump it to him, then he was going to drop back a little further and try to hit him.
He got caught in between his pumps. Yeah. 2nd and 14. Lomax. Green holds on short of the first down out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3. By the way, the x-rays on Zeke Mowat were negative, so one will speculate that it is a sprain.
Look at Roy Green, you know, he's impressed me tonight. He's an excellent football player. He's been open all night. Too bad Neil Lomax hasn't had the time to get the ball to him.
They do not drop into the shotgun. We could see Stump Mitchell.
Whoa.
Wow.
Guess somebody else saw it.
I'm not saying a thing. Terry Kennard, the #1 draft pick.
That's exactly what I thought.
And Stump Mitchell slow getting up.
We saw Stump, so did Terry.
I'll tell you, this is not one of your cosmetic beauties tonight, but there's some hitting out there. This is one example of it.
You can believe that Stump Mitchell will have something to say to some lineman.
That's right. Stump
tomorrow on the field.
We saw Stump. Kennard saw Stump. Stump saw Kennard a lot more than he saw us.
But he held the ball.
There's Leon Bright. He's fun to watch.
The Giants have lost some of their crispness that I saw in the first half.
Well, you might have been a little premature after announcing them as being crisp.
They're slight
the first 3 plays.
Crisp and crackle.
Birdsong on. He's got a beauty. That'll take Bright back. Way back inside the 15. And hustling down there with Cedric Mack. So the Cards having a difficult time getting things happening on offense. showing a lot of spirit on their special units and their defense. The Giants with a 3-point lead, 7 minutes remaining. Now I think Don is prepared with an interesting stat.
No, I am prepared with the stat. And the stat is that in the first quarter, the Cardinals offense held the ball for 10 minutes. Since the first quarter, they've held the ball for 10 minutes. They're balanced out, see, but there's been 2 or 3 quarters of Cardinals.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
First down and 10, the Giants at their 11-yard line.
I heard that from a friend of mine.
Rob Carpenter.
Rob runs out and waits on
Bob Harris. Bob Harris again. And they have been going with Carpenter all night on first down. And I'm sure that's not totally lost on the Cardinals defensive coordinator, Floyd Peters. And they've been running, I would say, 75 to 80% of the plays to the left.
Well, you can know it's coming, but you still have to stop it.
They did that rather well. There was a loss of 3. Second down, 13. Rutledge looks for the tight end and fires it into Mulledy. And he'll get 5 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Rutledge, and he obviously is going to attract Al Baker. This might be as good a game as Baker has played for the Cards this season. A big defensive left end.
He came into the league a few years in San Diego. Was about as good as you can get.
Rutledge from the shotgun. That's big Al Baker, top of your screen, number 60. Mister in motion.
You got a little movement on the left side.
And the flag is down. Eddings, who has taken quite a pounding tonight, he was going to make sure he was out of the area. It will be a procedure call against the Giants. Left side, Brad Benson, number 60.
Poor Eddings. He had a couple of tough plays, and he finally had a chance to make amends, and there's a penalty.
Yeah, Mr. Benson's stopped holding, though.
Number 60, offense, 3rd down.
And he stopped mentioning he's been hammered around out there pretty good tonight also. And they've mentioned several times tonight that Otis Anderson, the all-pro running back for the Cardinals, with the great credentials over the 5 years he's been in the league, unavailable tonight. Very sore shoulder from last week's action against Tampa Bay. 3rd down and 12.
Here comes it.
Here comes everybody. And the Giants keep it on the ground. Butch Wolfoff over the right side. That's just good running. He may have the first down.
He really may have.
As I said, he does a lot of work when he gets the ball. All he wants is a chance.
A youngster that was born in Wisconsin but grew up almost in the shadow of Giant Stadium. Went to Westfield High School. You know what a dream that is. Went to University of Michigan, All-American stats there. They're leading all-time ground gainer. And you notice the Giants all have black armbands on. That's in honor and tribute to the loss of their offensive backfield coach, Bob Ledbetter, who died of a stroke a couple of weeks ago. Wonderful man, former coach with the Jets. Tremendous loss. Rob Carpenter, right side. He gets 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And the Giants got themselves out of a bit of a bind on good extra effort from Butch Wolfoff.
You know, they really did, and it still could end that way, but 3-point difference, you'd have to think that had they not made that first down, even as good as Jennings is, the Cardinals would still have field position with the first down, so they've got a good field goal kicker. We could be in overtime. Did I state that? No.
They were a little overtime last night. That was a long one. 338 passes or something like that. Carpenter. There's Charlie Baker there first for the Cards, and they are closing off that left side of the Giants line totally.
And their defense is doing one well of a job for Coach Floyd Peters. They've been on the field the whole second half virtually, and they're hanging in tough.
Yeah, but see, the Giant offense has been on the field too, so I've never understood that. People say, boy, that defense has been out there that whole game. Boy, they got to really be tired. Who do they think they're playing? They're playing the other guy's offense.
Well, it's easier when you know where you're going.
Oh, you think these guys know where they're going?
3rd down and 7.
I will not answer that.
Cardinals thinking pass. Rutledge may cost him up at the run. He did it a few moments ago on 3rd down and 12.
Intercept.
Almost. It was
Should have
intended
been.
for Eddings. And Benny Perrin was there, and it could have been picked off by this man, Lee Nelson.
That really should have been. That was...
I bet you the Cardinal defense walks off the field and tells their offense to go out there and hold them a while.
That's what your old Giant defense used to do to your offensive team when you guys played. Just hold them for 3 downs, will you guys?
They used to walk all the way around the bench to avoid running into them. There's Dave Jennings. Saw my old coach Jim Lee Howell here tonight. Boy, he's put a lot of coaches into the pro ranks. Tom Landry included. Steve Bird is back for the Cards. Bird calling for extra yardage up near the 37-yard line. A 45-yard effort by Dave Jennings. We've got 3:40 remaining in the game. The Giants holding on to a 3-point edge over the Cards.
Okay, I'm changing the strategy. I just made a Michelob.
Cardinals have their 3 timeouts. They have plenty of time to work with. 3:40 on the clock. They have a first down at 10. The ball at their own 38-yard line. But the Cardinals offense has only been able to execute 14 plays here in the second half against the Giants 38. Neil Lomax trying to get something happening against a tough Giant defense. Doug Marsh, the tight end, short of the first down, but not by much as he moves out over the 45-yard line to the 46.
Well, that's a guy you mentioned early in the ballgame. We thought we'd see an awful lot of tonight. He had such a good game last week. They haven't been able to use him too much.
Well, he's only caught 16 passes, but 5 of them were touchdowns. We thought we'd see him a little more action out of him when they get near the goal line. But they haven't been near the goal line too often.
Second down and 2. Stump Mitchell. He's got the first down, and he's just over midfield in Giant territory. And the Cardinals now starting to hear a bit of rumble from the crowd. They're getting a little enthused. Sensing that perhaps the Cardinals can get something moving offensively. Jeff Rutledge, not brilliant in his opening start, but keep in mind, he hasn't played in so long, it's hard to keep track. He had preseason stats that were pretty good. And he opened tonight for the Giants in place of Scott Bruner at quarterback. That's the second remaining in the fourth quarter. First and 10, Pat Tilley right in front of Mark Haynes, and Haynes could not have been there any more quickly than he was, the all-pro cornerback for the Giants, but nevertheless, Tilley gets 7 yards and a bit of a hassle going on.
Well, they gave him a good mark where they spot that ball, because I thought really Tilley was closer to the 45-yard line.
Pat Tilley, been around 8 years out of Louisiana Tech. The last 5 years, he's been the leading receiver. It'll be second down and 3. The ball at the Giants' 43-yard line. Clock ticking away towards the 2-minute warning. And Lomax will have a hard time getting this play off, so they stop it.
Oh, I think the coach would be a little upset with him.
And he did not get the play off. He gets the 2-minute warning, and that was something that you would expect even a 3-year veteran quarterback would have been able to accomplish. You have to be aware of what's happening out there. The 2-minute warning here in St. Louis. The Giants holding on to a 3-point lead. Neil Lomax on the night. The quarterback for the Cardinals, 9 of 17, 106 yards, 2 interceptions. Is far different from a week ago when he performed against Tampa Bay, 17 of 22, 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. A tribute not so much to the inefficiency of the Cardinals, but to the defense of the Giants. They played well tonight. Second down and 3. Ball at the 43-yard line. Sam Mitchell. Look at that. And Mitchell gets the first down, and he's down close to the 36-yard line. And keep in mind, the Cardinals have a fine field goal kicker in their own right, Neil O'Donohue. He's very good from way out.
You know, Stump doesn't limp when he runs.
Yeah.
He only limps when he walks.
I don't want to belittle a job that Wayne Morris is doing blocking, but they can get Otis Anderson back and find some way to have him and Mitchell in the backfield together. It could be tough.
Motion man, Doug Martin. Got Mitchell. Look at Mitchell. He'll have another first down inside the 25-yard line. You gotta like this little man. He has played hurt all night long. Lomax quickly calls timeout. But Stud Mitchell has a very sore toe. And don't think that's quite happening, because when your toe hurts, everything hurts.
Normally when you get a little guy like him, they're pretty good in open field, but Stump is really surprising me is his ability to run inside. He runs inside tough. Never
down there low. He's down there around their knees. He's only 5'9", but he really packs a lot into that 190-pound frame. You got 1:14. You got 2 timeouts remaining. The conversation between Jim Hannafin, the 4-year head coach of the St. Louis Cardinals, his quarterback Neil Lomax, is let's be careful with it, because we are in field goal range. Let's try and get the win. Let's try and get the touchdown, but let's don't try and put it into a crowd if we put it in the air.
I think that's probably the key. You certainly won't try to win right now, because if they wait and try to tie the ball game on a field goal, you got a couple of things that can go wrong. Number one, he could miss it. You lose. Then you go into the overtime, and you got a brand new ball game that can end immediately. So I would say they're certainly going to try to get in there and score a touchdown.
Well, I think they got to make another decision, is should they try for the end zone now? The Giants have great defense, and they're tougher the closer you get to the goal line.
The Giants, if they have a weak spot in the secondary, it's got to be out on the corner where Mike Dennis is filling in for the injured Terry Jackson. That's where Roy Green is.
Yeah.
Lomax. And violent collision. It may have come too early on the part of Terry Kennard. Courier and Kennard both hit Pat Tilley. A flag is down inside the 5-yard line. Terry Kennard tried to time it out. We'll take a look at it again.
Yeah, because that was a pretty tough call. Keep in mind that defensive back has the same right the receiver does when he goes for the ball.
And he can't hit the receiver until the ball gets there. Oh.
He hit him early.
He hit him a tad early.
But he hit him good.
Not a good thrown ball. The ball was thrown in front of him. He may have caught it.
Yeah.
First down, goal to go, 1 minute and 10 seconds, and the Cardinals still have 4 tough yards of real estate. Watch it again. And Kennard was playing Tilley, not trying to get at the ball. He hit him ahead of the pass. And that will be looked at 100 times over by the Giants before they call the office to complain.
I think the Giants call
now
timeout.
The Giants want timeout.
Why would they do that? They used one earlier in this half. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds. They'll get the ball back with
I've got a feeling they didn't have all their defensive players in there.
I think so too. Otherwise, it's certainly a wasted effort, because you're so right, O.J. Should the Cards score on the first play, the Giants would have time with the timeouts to work it down the field and get the touchdown. And while they talk it over, we'll tell you this ABC Sports exclusive has been brought to you by Nissan, who invites you to see the new 1984 Nissan 300ZX. Available starting November the 14th at your Datsun dealer. And by Budweiser, the king of beers. Reach for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Reminder again, we'll be in San Diego for the Redskins and the Chargers a week from tonight. Howard will be back off vacation with us.
Van Theismann's having a good year. He's throwing that ball really well. He's had a good year last year too, but I enjoy watching him play. Don't know for sure whether Danny Fouts is going to be playing, but if he's not, I think just from a psychological standpoint, that certainly would affect San Diego.
John, you know Dan. I don't know him as well as you, but I know he is one tough cookie. If there's any way he can get out there, he'll be out there.
Yeah, that's true.
First down, goal to go. 1:10 remaining in the game. The Giants lead 20-17. The Cardinals have 2 timeouts.
But they don't have Stump in the backfield.
Willard Harrell is the setback.
Wide open.
Oh, no! And Roy the ball incomplete. That was an easy 6 points.
That was a good pattern that Green ran. He ran into the middle, stopped, and came back at it. Maybe we can pick it up again. Slight little roll, half roll over to the outside. See Green come in the middle, do a spin, come back out. That was wide open. Oh, man.
Perfect pass.
They'll be watching that one a lot, too. Too bad, Roy.
Would not be surprised to see it again.
Yeah, that one works pretty well.
Goal line defense is pretty basic. Stump Green is not in there. He's not the receiving type of back. Stump Mitchell rather. Willard Harrell is in there with Wayne Morris.
Stump Green's not in there either. There he is.
Oh, no! Willard Harrell drops one right in the hand.
What in the world? Now, you don't see that too often. I don't either, Coach. I can't believe that.
Well, that'll make you look for another profession.
2 in a row.
2 guys wide open.
2 excellent design plays.
Well-thrown balls.
And Roy Green has dropped one. Harrell has dropped one. Right in their hands.
Third time's the charm.
Marsh, the tight end, is also in there. They like to go to him down close. Lomax. And this time, good pressure. Lawrence Taylor was in there, along with Terry Kennard. Hart, or rather Lomax, tried to get it to Morris. It'll be 4th down, and we may have
an overtime. All right.
Donahue comes out on 4th down. We have searched for the enemy. He is us. No Donahue coming in tonight. 6 of 11. Missed several in close. But this will be a chip shot from 22 yards. OT, perhaps 54 seconds remaining. And the Giants now, they use that timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. And the Cardinals would have won it outright so easily. Roy Green dropped one right in his hands. Harrell did the same thing. And Hannafin gathers his special team, his kickoff coverage unit on the sidelines.
You know what I can't believe is a lot of fans are leaving. Everybody's getting up and walking out. Don't they understand that we play till somebody wins?
Well, there's still 54 seconds left.
I'll repeat it. This has not been one of your cosmetic beauties tonight, but there has been some tremendous hitting that has taken place. 2, 2, and 5 teams trying to stay respectable, trying to stay remotely alive in their quest for the playoffs. Both of them, of course, the Eastern Division of the NFC, where Dallas is on top, 7-1, followed by Washington, a game back, 6-2. Leon Bright dropped for the Giants. Donahue, who has just tied it up at 20, set to kick off. A low kick. Bobbled and then taken and then covered up well by the Giants. The man who picked it up was Joe McLaughlin. So the Giants will have the ball at the 32-yard line, where they could risk something if they want to do, but keep in mind, they use that timeout down there when the Cardinals got 1st down, goal to go at the 4-yard line. It was either something with their defensive personnel or they just wanted to give somebody a breather, but they are down to 1 timeout.
Well, last night they had Mark Wilson had a chance to prove he deserves to start. Tonight, Jeff Rutledge will get his chance.
Well, he hasn't played as much as Jeff has over the past few years. A 2-minute offense is something that takes a little bit of work. Wolfolk underneath. He gets to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 7, hit there by E.J. Jr. And the clock ticking away. The referee starts the clock. Cardinals back on side. This will be a pass play, obviously, to kill the clock. Rutledge gets it to Gray. And Gray up there close to a 1st down, stopping the clock with 22 seconds. Gray gets the 1st down, and again, keep in mind, as we've mentioned several times tonight, the Giants have Ali Haji Sheik whom we saw kick a 56-yard field goal against Green Bay 4 weeks ago. He can hang it out there. I don't know what his distance might be. That one cleared it by plenty, as you recall, Don.
He sure did, but they're still 20 yards away from him. He's been kicking a 56-yarder. So,
and they have one timeout.
Yeah. I think we got us an overtime. And those things are hard to explain. Boom.
And fired, and it's complete. It goes to Eddings, second-year man out of California with the blazing speed. And now the Giants have used their timeout. They have no more timeouts. They have 15 seconds, and they need perhaps another 15 to 20 yards before they can bring on Ali Haji Sheikh. It won't be easy.
I know one thing. I would not let him catch a ball near the sidelines. If I was at corners, I'd play off, and I'd play outside.
It's pretty hard from that's right. Be hard from the get another play off if they don't stop it one way or another.
Yeah, they can get the yardage, but not have the time to get the field goal team on the field.
And, of course, the Cardinals over on their side, they're playing out the chess game. They know full well that the Giants will have to think of getting the completion, then getting the receiver out of bounds to stop the clock. And just as you mentioned, O.J., they're going to be avoiding that if at all possible.
You think they're wondering, as you mentioned earlier, if they should have gone for those field goals instead of punting? Can't think about it now, I guess.
They can think about it, but that's about it, right?
You start looking back tomorrow, not tonight.
I know New York, somebody's going to write about it.
That's right. All right, they got a brand new play, I'm sure it is, coming in from the sideline.
The fact that Eddings was short of the first down is rather immaterial with 15 seconds remaining. It's second down and about a yard. Keep in mind, Eddings has that great speed. Will not try in deep.
That's not a bad idea.
And Gray made a good move to the outside, and Rutledge underthrew it. Gray moved to the inside. Wayne Smith took the move and actually slipped and fell.
Had that one been there, that was your field goal position. He had been out of bounds about on the 30. And I would bring old Ali in about that time. Let him take a shot at it.
Now we got a group of wide receivers coming in.
Does that look like one of your Hail Marys, they call it? We're going to throw it up and see if something happens?
I think I'd come right back with something like that with Gray on the other side.
Well, they may bring all the guys in, send them deep, hoping the Cardinals will think they're going to alley-oop it and try to hit a guy underneath going out of bounds.
Top of your screen. Rutledge will hang it up there. He'll be looking for the foul.
Oh, thank goodness.
In and out of the hands of E.J. Jr. 6 seconds remaining.
Do you realize how close he came to being right there and there was nobody in front?
And he has the speed to go all the way.
Oh.
Well, I didn't understand why they had Ernest Gray stop. If he would have kept going, they had Danny Pittman coming across.
They have brought Ali Haji Sheikh out. And this will be an attempt. Well, let's add it up.
66 yards.
It would be an attempt of 66 yards. He's got a strong foot. I don't know whether it's this strong, but it would be an NFL record. The record is 63. That's Tom Dempsey. He set years ago for New Orleans. Not close. And we'll go to overtime. Tied at 20.
Oh, boy.
And, of course, in overtime, there'll be a 3-minute break. And then we will go into action. Each team will have 2 timeouts. And we'd like to tell our local stations all along the line that we are going to go to commercial, and then we are going to follow that with a station break. And we'll have the toss first, and again, then we'll have that 3-minute break.
66 yards. You know, if you're down southwest, good thin, warm air.
You know, that's not good.
And a typhoon helps.
That's right.
Was it Alex Karras with a great line when Tom Dempsey kicked it? He said it just kept going and going. He said, I never believed it. It was New Orleans against Detroit. And Tom Dempsey banged it through from 63 yards out. Look at the coin toss now. The captain's coming out onto the field.
See Big Dan Deerdorf from the captains. We haven't seen him play tonight. Let's see if he's good at coin tosses. He was.
Cardinals will be receiving. They have won the first part of the overtime. We'll be back after this message and a word from our local stations.
Last year, too, but I enjoy watching him play. Don't know for sure whether Danny Fouts is going to be playing, but if he's not, I think just from a psychological standpoint, that certainly would affect San Diego.
John, you know Dan. I don't know him as well as you, but I know he is one tough cookie. If there's any way he can get out there, he'll be out there.
Yeah, that's true.
First down, goal to go. 1:10 remaining in the game. The Giants lead 20-17. The Cardinals have 2 timeouts.
But they don't have Stump in the backfield.
Willard Harrell is the setback.
Wide open.
Oh, no! And Roy Green had it right in his hands. Drops the ball incomplete. That was an easy 6 points.
That was a good pattern that Green ran. He ran into the middle, stopped, and came back at it. Maybe we can pick it up again. Slight little roll, half roll over to the outside. See Green come in the middle, do a spin, come back out. That was wide open. Oh, man.
Perfect pass.
They'll be watching that one a lot, too. Too bad, Roy.
Would not be surprised to see it again.
Yeah, that one works pretty
goal
well.
line defense is pretty basic. Stump Green is not in there. He's not the receiving type of back. Stump Mitchell, rather. Willard Harrell is in there with Wayne Morris.
Stump Green's not in there either. There he is.
Oh, no! Willard Harrell drops one right in the hand.
What in the world? Now, you don't see that too often. I don't either, Coach. I can't believe that.
Well, that'll make you look for another profession.
2 in a row. 2 guys wide open.
2 excellent design plays.
Well-thrown balls.
And Roy Green has dropped one. Harrell has dropped one. Right in their hands.
Third time's the charm.
Doug Marsh, the tight end, is also in there. They like to go to him down close. Lomax. And this time, good pressure. Lawrence Taylor was in there, along with Terry Kennard. Lomax tried to get it to Morris. It'll be 4th down, and we may have
an overtime. All right.
Donahue comes out on 4th down. We have searched for the enemy. He is us. No Donahue coming in tonight. 6 of 11. Missed several in close, but this will be a chip shot from 22 yards. OT, perhaps 54 seconds remaining, and the Giants now, they use that timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. And the Cardinals would have won it outright so easily. Roy Green dropped one right in his hands. Harrell did the same thing. Gathers his special team, his kickoff coverage unit on the sidelines.
You know what I can't believe is a lot of fans are leaving. Everybody's getting up and walking out. Don't they understand that we play till somebody wins?
Well, there's still 54 seconds left.
I'll repeat it. This has not been one of your cosmetic beauties tonight, but there has been some tremendous hitting that has taken place. 2, 2, and 5 teams trying to stay respectable, trying to stay remotely alive in their quest for the playoffs. Both of them, of course, the Eastern Division of the NFC, where Dallas is on top, 7-1, followed by Washington, a game back, 6-2. Leon Bright dropped for the Giants. Donahue, who has just tied it up at 20, set to kick off. A low kick. Bobbled and then taken and then covered up well by the Giants. The man who picked it up was Joe McLaughlin. So the Giants will have the ball at the 32-yard line, where they could risk something if they want to do, but keep in mind, they use that timeout down there when the Cardinals got first down, goal to go at the 4-yard line. It was either something with their defensive personnel or they just wanted to give somebody a breather, but they are down to 1 timeout.
Well, last night they had Mark Wilson had a chance to prove he deserves a start tonight, Jeff Rutledge will get his chance.
Well, he hasn't played as much as Jeff has over the past few years. A 2-minute offense is something that takes a little bit of work. Wolfolk underneath. He gets to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 7, hit there by E.J. Jr. And the clock ticking away. The referee starts the clock. Cardinals back on side. This will be a pass play, obviously, to kill the clock. Rutledge gets it to Gray. And Gray up there close to a first down, stopping the clock with 22 seconds. Gray gets the first down, and again, keep in mind, as we've mentioned several times tonight, the Giants have Ali Haji Sheik, whom we saw kick a 56-yard field goal against Green Bay 4 weeks ago. He can hang it out there. I don't know what his distance might be. That one cleared it by punting, as you recall, Don.
He sure did, but they're still 20 yards away from him even kicking a 56-yarder. So,
and they have one timeout.
Yeah. I think we got us an overtime. And those things are hard to explain. Boom.
And fired and is complete. It goes to Eddings, second-year man out of California with the blazing speed. And now the Giants have used their timeout. They have no more timeouts. They have 15 seconds, and they need perhaps another 15 to 20 yards before they can bring on Ali Haji Sheik. It won't be easy.
I know one thing. I would not let him catch a ball near the sidelines. If I was at corners, I'd play off and I'd play outside.
It's pretty hard from. That's right. Be hard from the. Get another play off if they don't stop it one way or another.
Yeah, they can get the yardage and not have the time to get the field goal team on the field.
And, of course, the Cardinals over on their side, they're playing out the chess game. They know full well that the Giants will have to think of getting the completion and getting the receiver out of bounds to stop the clock. And just as you mentioned, O.J., they're going to be avoiding that if at all possible.
You think they're wondering, as you mentioned earlier, if they should have gone for those field goals instead of punting? Can't think about it now, I guess.
They can think about it, but that's about it, right?
Well, you start looking back tomorrow, not tonight.
I know New York, somebody's going to write about it.
That's right. All right, they got a brand new play. I'm sure it is, coming in from the sideline.
The fact that Eddings was short of the first down is rather immaterial with 15 seconds remaining. His second down is about a yard. Keep in mind, Eddings has that great speed. Will not try to beat.
That's not a bad idea.
And Gray made a good move to the outside, and Rutledge underthrew it. Gray moved to the inside. Wayne Smith took the move and actually slipped and fell.
Had that one been there, that was your field goal position. He had been out of bounds about on the 30. And I would bring O'Reilly in about that time. Let him take a shot at it.
Now we get a group of wide receivers coming in.
Does that look like one of your Hail Marys, they call it? We're going to throw it up and see if something happens?
I think I'd come right back with something like that with Gray on the other side.
Well, they may bring all the guys in, send them deep, hoping the Cardinals will think they're going to alley-oop it and try to hit a guy underneath going out of bounds.
Copy your screen. Rutledge will hang it up there. He'll be looking for the foul.
Oh, thank goodness.
In and out of the hands of E.J. Jr. 6 seconds remaining.
Do you realize how close he came to being right there and there was nobody in front?
And he has the speed to go all the way.
Oh.
Well, I didn't understand why they had Ernest Gray stop. If he would have kept going, they had Danny Pittman coming across.
They have brought Ali Haji Sheik out. And this will be an attempt. Well, let's add it up.
66 yards.
It would be an attempt of 66 yards. He's got a strong foot. I don't know whether it's this strong, but it would be an NFL record. The record is 63. That's Tom Dempsey. He set years ago for New Orleans. Not close. Well, we'll go to overtime. Tied at 20.
Oh, boy.
And, of course, in overtime, there'll be a 3-minute break. And then we will go into action. Each team will have 2 timeouts. And we'd like to tell our local stations all along the line that we are going to go to commercial, and then we are going to follow that with a station break. And we'll have the toss first, and again, then we'll have that 3-minute break.
66 yards. You know, if you're down south where it's good, thin, warm air.
You know, that's not good.
And warm air. And a typhoon helps.
That's right.
Was it Alex Karras with a great line when Tom Dempsey kicked it? He said it just kept going and going. He said, I never believed it. It was New Orleans against Detroit. And Tom Dempsey banged it through from 63 yards out. Look at the coin toss now. The captain's coming out onto the field.
See Big Dan Deerdorf, from the captain. We haven't seen him play tonight. Let's see if he's good at coin tosses. He was.
So the Cardinals will be receiving. They have won the first part of the overtime. We'll be back after this message and a word from our local stations. We're in overtime in Bush Memorial Stadium in St. Louis. The Giants and the Cardinals. And the Giants set to kick off. The Cards having won the toss. Haji-Seek, who tried a 66-yard field goal, was way short. Puts it in the air. It's taken by George Smith.
George is going the wrong direction.
And Smith is taken by Danny Pittman. Danny Pittman, one of the fastest Giants. He's not the man you try to get around and get outside on.
Hey, George had an inflated opinion of his speed.
Give you some numbers that are rather interesting. This is the 13th overtime game of the 1983 NFL season. The record number of overtime games was set in 1980. It was 13. So we've had a lot of them this year. Both teams, 2 timeouts. First score to determine the winner. If they play a full quarter, we'll have a tie. Green Bay and Baltimore did that last year.
That could be justice.
19-yard line. First down and 10. Tom Mitchell. Wolf looking overtime tonight, and he's whacked by Lawrence Taylor.
It's not surprising that Lawrence is there, but that's about as hard as we've seen Stump get hit tonight. Lawrence caught him right head up.
He got tagged once in the backfield, but he's cutting back on this defense so much. Every time he runs away from him, I'm sure that backside is well aware. They're hustling over this. As you can see, he's going to try to cut back as he's been successful doing this all day. Not this time.
That was rather an abrupt halt. There was a gain of a yard. A second down and 9. Lomax. Stump Mitchell. And Mitchell, tough cookie he is. He got close to a first down. Brian Kelly had him. He's down so low. He's got that low center of gravity, but he's got enormous strength for a little man. Little man, at least in the game he's playing. And he gets the first down.
Plus, he has good running sense. A lot of backs doing there on a screen play like that with jitterbug around trying to break it all the way. He was aware of where the first down was, and he was fighting just to get that first down.
I'm sure glad Stump showed up tonight. If he hadn't showed up, it might have really gotten dull. You know what I mean?
That now over 100 yards. That's the first time the Giants have given up 100 yards to a rusher this year. Doug Marsh in motion. Stump Mitchell. He's got a lot of company out there, but he gets around Hunt. Boy, Taylor takes him out of bounds.
Watch Taylor close that gap. You realize what an outstanding athlete he is. He didn't have the best angle, and just sheer speed enabled him to get out there and knock Stump out for practically no gain.
And you know his first move was inside. Every time you watch him, Lawrence Taylor,
I think
he did something even a little more amazing.
I think that's going to be maybe the key position in football the next 2 years, if it's not right now, but particularly with the 3-4s, you're going to have those 4 linebackers that have to do so much, cover backs coming out of the backfield, so you're going to have some, you already do have some good athletes there, but they're going to be better.
Second down and 10. Lomax. He can run for the first down.
He did.
Hook slide once again out over the 45-yard line. First down, Cardinals.
You know, he hook slid there. He looked like he slid right by the guy. If the guy didn't touch him, he could have got up running, you know.
18-yard pickup.
I assure you, quarterbacks don't think about that.
Let's see here.
When they get down, they don't think about getting back up and running again.
Hey, this is a move somebody should use on AstroTurf. They do it in baseball. They take advantage of the surface. Slide. Guess what? He could have got up and ran. He could have got up and ran.
On top of it, O.J. He didn't want to get up and run either. 47-yard line is the first down. Green. Look out. Corey Green. And he's down there for another Cardinal first down. They're on a drive. Andy Hedden defensively for the Giants, along with Jim Burt. Now they're going to measure this one.
The stuff that they're doing offensively is not too dangerous either. They're throwing pretty short passes, ones that are pretty safe. Letting those stump carry a little bit. And they got them another first.
Giants already have one victory in overtime this year. They beat Atlanta. St. Louis has played in 6 overtime games. They're 2-4. The Giants have been in 7. They are 3-4.
Neil O'Donohue getting ready. 5th-round draft choice of the Buffalo Bills.
I'll tell you, he can reach it from way out, too.
2 years ago.
He had a 52-yarder and a 43-yarder last week against Tampa Bay. Randy Love in the backfield now for the Cardinals, number 40. A lot of time for Lomax. And Randy Love took his eye off the ball before he had it. He might have picked up some yardage.
Boy, they had plenty of time to throw. You got to give that secondary some credit. Evidently, they had good coverage back there.
It'll be 2nd down and 10.
This is about as long as we've gone without a penalty.
Jim Hannafin. Game in 78 for the Cardinals. Hannafin worked a lot with Don Coryell, going all the way back to San Diego State. Good offensive mind. When he was a collegiate, as a senior at the University of California, Hannafin led the nation in pass receiving. 2nd down and 10. Randy Love. Randy Love gets about 4. I think the Cardinals now are thinking field goal, but they're still quite a ways out. What breeze there is has now turned around. It appears that as though it might help the Cardinals place kicker, Neil O'Donohue. It'll be 3rd down and 7. That breeze blowing the flags at the top of the goalpost would favor Neil O'Donohue at the moment. But it really is not much of a factor. 2 tight ends are in. Doug Marsh, Greg LeFleur. The wide receivers are Roy Green, number 81, Pat Tilley. And Stump Mitchell, the single setback. Pat Tilley was open.
He was open.
Get it to him.
Oh.
And now, what will be the decision? Will we see O'Donohue or will we see the punter? 4th down and 7. And I'll tell you, they're having a hard time making up their mind. O'Donohue talking it over with Jim Hannafin, and I guess they decided,
let's give it a whirl, he says.
It is better advised to bring on the punter, and they get Carl Birdsong out.
O'Donohue doesn't seem upset.
The Giants haven't moved the ball that well offensively. I would say it's probably a pretty good call.
Yeah, they would have been about a 56-yard attempt. So here's Birdsong. Leon Bright will be guessing at Birdsong, but he'll be angling for the corner.
I wouldn't snap it. I'd try to get him off sides and maybe try a field goal. Kick it 5 yards different.
They'll take a long count. High kick by Birdsong. Takes a bit of a Cardinal bounce. Out of bounds near the 10-yard line. So the Giants will start deep in their own territory. Out of 29 yards. Not really what Birdsong wanted, but not bad. He gets it out at the 10. Now Jeff Rutledge on the sidelines. I'll say a first start since 1979 here in overtime. Jeff Rutledge stepping into the huddle.
Also in a position where they've got to at least move it out a little bit, you'd think. They can't go just open this thing up with a 2-minute offense. They've got to think about some first downs.
And particularly, they don't want the turnover down here. Rutledge, Eddings, taken out of bounds. Incomplete.
Well, Eddings have made a couple of nice catches. Unfortunately, one is out of bounds, and the other was a penalty.
I think he figured out the only place I'm not going to get hit is out of bounds. He has really been whacked around out there tonight. I'll tell you, O.J., he came on, played his first game for the Giants a year ago, a game I watched against the Philadelphia Eagles. He had missed much of his rookie year with an eye injury. He had 5 receptions for 148 yards in that one.
So easy to say, but...
Second and 10, and Ernest Gray right through his hands.
You might as well catch it because you're going to get hit anyway.
Yeah, but, man, they're going to give the Cardinals terrific field position again. They've gone back out here, and I think that if there is a philosophy that should have been involved, let's move the ball a little bit, see if we can
run it out of here.
Yeah,
they yardage.
They've forgotten about Carpenter.
We got a great kicker in Dave Jennings, but if he's kicking from the goal line,
they're going to be back up around midfield.
Third down and 10. Cardinals bring in the nickel backs. They'll turn Big Al Baker loose. They've been in Jeff Rutledge's face all night. They're there again. That's close to a safety, and now Jennings allows the kick from deep in his own end zone, and the Cardinals, if everything goes like it should go, they're going to have great field position.
That didn't make much sense.
No. I think back to the 49ers in the Super Bowl, a great passing team when they really needed it. Late in the game, they put the ball on the ground, they controlled it, they went down the field and scored. The Giants have been having a lot of success running Carpenter. They stopped with 10 minutes to go.
That could have been the ball game right there.
Jennings averaging only 35 yards tonight. Of course, he's kicked a couple of short ones to get out of bounds. He's tough under pressure. He'll get it off quickly, but he's kicking from a short punt formation. Cardinals are thinking run back. Jennings does not get a good kick, and it does not take a giant bounce. And the Cardinals are going to have the ball near the 35-yard line. 39-yard punt, and the Cardinals
are in field goal position.
Just about field goal position already. Yeah, I think we might see the Cardinals do what perhaps the Giants should have thought about. That is, move this thing on the ground. Get some yardage.
Absolutely.
There's no 2-minute warning, or rather 2-minute offense in this situation. First down, Cardinals. They've gone just about 5 minutes into overtime. Wayne Morris, Randy Love, they're the setbacks, the receiver types for the Cardinals, so maybe they will put it in the air. Randy Love. Nothing doing on the left side. Line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, I think the strategy is right to run the ball, but I don't know if that was the best call. I would have ran those safe runs they've been running up and now, trying to run off tackle and let Stump Mitchell cut back and do what he wants to do. When you pitch the ball outside, you do run the risk of gaining yards or losing yards. I mean, normally you can lose some yards at this time when you know the defense is fired up and coming up.
The other thought, O.J., if they're going to run the ball, they perhaps should have Stump Mitchell in there. They lost 3 yards, so it's second down and 11. That's Lomax looking for a quick pickup. He had the blitz on, and right in his face was Terry Kennard. Terry Kennard played a good football game tonight for the Giants. He's been very effective against the run. He's been effective on the blitz, and he forced Lomax to hurry a pass that would have brought the field goal unit much closer.
Well, Giant defense is rising to the occasion.
Well, maybe old Stump just ran out of steam finally. I'm shocked that he's not in the game right now. I would have given him the ball the first 2 plays. Ran him right up the middle. Off tackle.
Now it's Willard, Harrell, and Randy Love. Harrell 39, Love 40. There's the setbacks. Third down and 11 for the Cardinals. That's what they want. Something in close.
And that's
short of the first down. I think we'll see O'Donohue as Mike Schumann. Just a little quick stop out of the corner in front of Mike Dennis. And here comes O'Donohue. And while he is only 6 of 11 coming into tonight, he has the distance, you can see. He also kicked a 43-yarder last week. But I'll tell you something else. He is also 4 out of 5 between the 40 and the 50-yard line this year.
He's going to be right at 45 yards.
45-yard attempt. The man that will put it down is Benny Perrin. The center is Randy Clark.
No way.
No chance. Low, left, and everything else that was wrong. And the Giants will get the football back, and they'll get it at their own 27-yard line.
Neither one of these teams deserve to win, so maybe justice will prevail. We'll have 8.5 more than 8 minutes of this stuff.
I can't argue with you.
O'Donoghue lives in that world that only kickers know. They don't get that much action. If they kick 4 or 5 a night, they only have about 20 seconds of action.
Yeah, you're really right, because the reaction to the kickers is always extreme. Either everybody's patting them up and down and carrying them off, or they don't talk to them at all.
That's why they're bioies. They've usually been with 6 or 8 different teams.
See, there's a Rob Carpenter.
Carpenter, right side, and Carpenter out of the 30-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Al Baker defensively there for the Cardinals, and he's played a game tonight.
Well, they must have heard us.
That's right.
It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Well, he can throw a bit now. I mean, we're back on your own 10-yard line. What I saw about trying to get a first down out there. He's now at least past the 30 a little bit.
Well, I do what's been working for me, and they've been mixing it up, running and throwing, and they're starting to do it now, and I think it's the right thing.
The ball resting right at the 31-yard line. Rutledge is back. This time he has some protection. Fires it to John Missler.
Got about 2 or 3 yards on that.
Missler will get 3 yards. It'll still leave Rutledge in a 3rd and a situation that probably and should demand the pass.
Well, let's give it to Walter. You want to? On a little draw.
I think I'll try to hit my tight end.
Okay.
3rd down and 3, and the wide receivers are in for the Giants, indicating that they are thinking pass. Or certainly they have the pass personnel in there, but you might be right. And now Rutledge uses one of the Giants' timeouts. They have 2 in overtime.
Timeout, New York.
And Rutledge apparently not happy with the personnel that brought the play in. We see more and more of that. We've commented all year long. And one that the Giants used in regulation play has hurt them tonight. We'll be back.
You can't build a bike for the Olympics by machine. Each tube's got to be custom fit to transfer weight and forward momentum. After all, a champion should ride a champion.
The Olympics take teamwork, and Budweiser is proud to be part of that team.
This Bud's for you. It's coming. The first Nissan 300ZX. The Nissan 300ZX at your Datsun dealer, November 14th.
Come alive, come inside. Motion from Nissan.
Half of the overtime period has expired here in St. Louis. The Giants have a 3rd down and 3. They have the football near their own 35-yard line. Rutledge was going to be a quarterback draw. It did not fool a whole lot of folks. And Rutledge will lose a couple. Benny Perrin was on the blitz, and he collects Rutledge, and the Giants will have to punt.
Well, we've been wondering if it's been inept defense the last couple of weeks. Well, tonight you see 2 excellent defensive teams. It's questionable if it's inept offense.
Dave Jennings is out. Steve Bird is back. He's the man in the middle. Jennings not having a good night. But he has hit this one. High, and it will be brought back from Bird at the 20-yard line. And not far to the 23. Good coverage by the Giants, and the flag is down.
That's going to be a face master. Well, I don't know what it's going to be. I shouldn't say that.
Well, we made it halfway through the quarter before we got a flag.
Flag is down. We'll get it sorted out. Giants have been penalized 9 times tonight for 89 yards.
No.
The Cardinals worked this one out. So the Cardinals will have a long way to travel. 7:12 remaining in the overtime period.
They get 90 yards for the
Illegal
Cardinals
block
this time.
above the waist. Number 48 on the return team. First down.
Hey, the way the offenses for both teams have worked tonight, starting at your 10-yard line with 7:12 remaining, you don't have enough time.
That's true. The advantage definitely shifts over to the Giants. That's the defensive, the penalty that we saw. And that was a little push in the back. Certainly was.
But he made contact in the front. If you hit a guy in the front and you keep contact, I don't think that's a penalty if he turns on you.
Cardinals at their own 11-yard line. Wayne Morris. And Wayne Morris is good for about 7.
Well, the Cardinals know what to do when they're back on their 10.
That's right.
It'll be 2nd down and 3. Wayne Morris and Randy Love are the setbacks, and Stump Mitchell, I think, finally just had to give up. He had played throughout the entire game with a very sore toe. He had it taped up a couple of times, tried to stay in the game and performed well when he was in there, but he was obviously in pain. Wayne Morris again. This time the Giants close it off, and Morris short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard.
But still, good position, good 3rd down. I like those 3rd and 1s.
Seconds ticking off.
He gave it a good shot. He's been blocking all night. You haven't heard his name too often, and now they got to rely on him to run the ball for him, and he's giving it all he has.
He's an SMU graduate that's been around here for 8 or 9 years, 29-year-old running back, and he's really been an all-purpose back. While we've seen Wayne do a lot of things, run, catch. He's been a good blocker, played special teams for him.
Good steady hand, Wayne Morris. 3rd down and 1. Randy Love has the first down. He's out of the 25-yard line.
I think that was Byron Hunt that made that tackle, and that was a pretty good tackle on Hunt's part because he had a pretty good hole there to work with.
Oh, Byron Hunt, his younger brother Sam Hunt, pretty good linebacker from the New England Patriots, formerly.
Yeah, Byron Hunt has played some good football for the Giants. He is better suited by far being on the outside. And he, with the loss of Carson, has often been forced to work inside. He's a big, tall guy, 6'5", 230-pounder.
Another outstanding SMU graduate, I'm going to tell you.
They're working him outside now. 1st down and 10, the Cardinals.
Nobody out there looking at
Randy Love. And Randy Love taken out of bounds by Mike Dennis. Short of the first down by about a yard. 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in overtime.
Keep an eye on that for me.
Jesse, you don't get the feeling that either team can hit from way out. They don't have the big play capability. At least they have not shown it this evening.
I think they have the talent to do it in their skilled positions. They just don't have the linemen to give the quarterback the time to execute.
Randy Love. He'll get the first down. Out over the 35 to the 37. Cardinals started at their own 10-yard line. They've used up 2.5 minutes, and they have progressed out close to the 33-yard line. So a lot of action for 23 yards. The Big Red Line, they call their lovelies here in St. Louis. Lomax looks it over as though he's changing it off. And he does, and he has movement in the backfield. Didn't work. It was Randy Love who got the automatic a little late. He was moving. That meant 2 men were moving at the same time. And that'll be 5 yards.
We haven't had that penalty tonight, I don't think. So that's in motion. Haven't had face mask.
Illegal motion, number 40. 2 men moving at the same time. Penalty declined, 2nd down.
That only works in Canada.
That is funny to watch a Canadian game. They all start running out there, I think, and saying, man, there's motion. They're moving. get a head start.
Well, with all our new rules to improve pass, at times we look a little like Canada in Canadian football.
Giants decline that penalty, showing utter disdain for St. Louis's offense. They're getting concerned about time now. Lomax. Picked off. Mark Haynes has it.
Went the wrong way.
Yeah, I think.
Still going the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's really not a very good defensive play by a good defensive player, and some flags are going to fall.
Mark Haynes stepped in front of the intended receiver, which was Roy Green. And the Giants get the football back, and a flag is down.
The ball was underthrown to begin with. He had some time to throw, just underthrew the ball.
Had an open man, Tilly.
Yeah. We'll have the assessment against the Cardinals. That looked like a face mask call.
That's the one we haven't had.
Maybe a little roughing.
5-yard face mask foul.
Okay.
Number 64. First down.
He's got to be getting tired, too.
Randy Clark. The St. Louis Cardinals, face mask.
Haynes would have just turned around and ran right upfield. He could have given him excellent field position. Not that the 38 is bad field position.
4:13 remaining in overtime. If they play it throughout the fifth quarter, it will go in the record book as a tie. Missler out over the 45, close to the 47, short of the first down by a couple. Bob Harris there defensively for St. Louis.
Pass complete to number 85, John Missler.
Missler, another guy with the nickname Polygrip.
Polygrip.
Cardinals defense has been on that football field a long time tonight. Second down, a little less than 2. And Carpenter gets the first down.
There's your first down.
Carpenter, the ball carrier.
Giants have one timeout.
With 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go.
The ball in midfield, but they have Ali Haji Sheik. And I'm sure they're trying to get it down there somewhere where Ali can be kicking from inside the 40.
At their own 49.
Wolfuck blanked out top of your screen. Gray to the left. Missler in motion. And dropped. Nope. Missler had it in the hands, and he did not hold on. Oh, that could have. Nobody's perfect.
Second and 10 New York.
Didn't look like Landry on the sideline, huh?
Maybe that's why Tom calls plays.
Ali. Well, Ali's streak of field goal attempts was broken by a 66-yard attempt, wasn't it?
He's not happy about that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Settled at 14.
He's not happy that they had tried it from 66.
They put an asterisk on that. Second down and 10. Rutledge. No catch. Curtis Gray tried to dive and get it. I'll tell you, watching this, I understand, coaches. Boy, I'd start selling vacuum cleaners or something. It is the toughest thing. You teach, you work. They spend a lot more hours than the players do, and then they go out and they put it all in the hands of people that either do or they don't. And breaks your heart on each and every play.
I'm still a firm believer that a team will normally reflect the personality and the ability of a coach. I've seen some coaches take over what was thought not great personnel. Bill Walsh, Chuck Knox.
Hey, John Malkovich is doing
winning right away. Yeah, how about John Robinson? Yeah.
Third down and 10. Rutledge.
No first down.
Short of the first down to Malcolm Scott, the rookie. So it's going to be fourth down and about 4. I don't think we'll see Ali Haji Sheik now.
Well, it's only 60 yards if he tried it this time.
And Coach Bill Parcells says he wants timeout.
Well, let's call timeout and give.
Well, he had one more left.
Give the Cardinals a chance. Unless he has to go for it now. You don't call a timeout now unless you're going to go for the first down.
All right, it's 4th down and 4. Bill Parcells looked up at the scoreboard. 2:29 remaining. We'll be back for the decision.
Finding the best video game system is a tough game to win. Who plays the most games, the best-selling games? In Television 2, add the new system changer and play all Atari 2600 games. The most games, the best-selling games, like Hubert. Enduro. Burger Time. In Television 2 has the most going for it. More games than Atari and Coleco. Over 430 games. Yet in Television 2, it's got the most going for it.
It usually happens late in the day. Your underarm alarm goes off, telling the world you need odor protection that keeps going as long as you do.
You should have used Old Spice.
It's true. That Old Spice freshness helps stop underarm alarm 24 hours a day.
Happened to me at a party last night. You should have used Old Spice.
Old Spice helps stop underarm alarm for 24 hours. And now, look for Old Spice Solid Antiperspirant in a new musk scent.
They continue to talk it over in the sidelines. One would have thought that Bill Parcells, having called the timeout, was considering going for it with 2:29 remaining in overtime.
I think he is, and I still don't understand it. He's still got most of his offensive players in there. They're talking to Rutledge. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Well, if he's going to go for it, that's exactly what he's going to do. I guess he has no choice. He would have got a lot of heat if he had punted it now.
He's got the best kicker in the league at kicking it out inside the 20.
4th down and 4. And they could be trying to lure the St. Louis Cardinals into an offside move with a long count. It's going to be tough 4 yards, I'll tell you that. Out of the shotgun. Rutledge on the night, 20 of 41.
Maybe it's a quick kick.
Cards are showing blitz all over the place. Now they call the blitz off automatically. Now they've used too much time. They were trying to draw them offside.
Tried to draw them. I still don't think that was a smart move. I think if you're going to, if they were going to punt the ball and they knew they were going to punt the ball, they shouldn't have called that timeout. It only helps
the Cardinals. Question. Why use the timeout? You may need it later because we're winding down to 2:29 now in overtime.
Not only that, they could have been to the 2-minute warning and it would have put a little added pressure on the Cardinals trying to move the ball 80 yards.
Harrell is back now for the Cardinals. Dave Jennings. It's a beautiful turnover spiral. That'll carry into the corner, but it takes the Cardinal bounce. And on this hard artificial surface, it moves back out over the 16-yard line.
I think that timeout that the Giants call will give the Cardinals at least 2 more plays.
Cards have their 2 timeouts.
And their average per play tonight is 3, so that means they get 6 more yards.
Yeah, they can get to the midfield, and he can try a 66-yarder on the Cardinals.
Okay. 2 minutes, 19 seconds.
In overtime, tied at 20, and the Cardinals have Randy Love in. They apparently cannot bring Stump Mitchell back.
We've gotten a little spoiled these last 2 Mondays, haven't we? These last 2 weeks.
What a contrast from last night and a week ago. Randy Love finds a big opening on the right side, and he works it out for 8 yards to the 25-yard line. Stump Mitchell, he put on quite a show tonight, considering, we said before, he was in tremendous pain with a very sore toe.
If the Cardinals wanted to get that playoff, they sure were casual about it.
2-minute warning here in overtime, and now Neil Lomax will come over and talk it over with head coach Jim Hannafin. They'll get on the phone to the folks upstairs. And they've been on the phone all night, and they still haven't found anything that has been consistently successful tonight.
I sort of feel sorry for the receivers in this game. They've been getting open at least. Green has gotten open a number of times. Tilly's gotten open a number of times. Could have had a big night tonight, but the quarterback has not had the time, and when he's had the time, has not had the ability to get the ball to him.
Interesting, too, because he is coming off a big game, Neil Lomax, against the Bucks. He was 17 of 22. At one point, he was 13 of 15 down there. He had 3 touchdown passes a week ago. He's got a good arm. We know that. A great collegiate record. He's a youngster, of course. Could be the shoulder that has bothered him throughout the first half of the season. Maybe that's throwing the timing off somewhat because he has not been on target tonight. Or for that matter, is Jeff Rutledge in his first start for the Giants tonight. But he has given the Giants a little bit of movement. But the problem is he is, just like Scott Brunner, been unable to get it in when the Giants have been down close.
It's a little chilly here tonight. I recall a game we played here on Thanksgiving. We couldn't even land in St. Louis. We had to sleep overnight in Chicago, get dressed at the Chicago airport, fly in here, and we were 24 minutes late starting the game. Got off the plane, came here and played.
Who won?
That sounds like the good old days.
Hey, we killed him. Jim Braxton ran for 160 yards.
Second down and 2. Cardinals have 2 minutes remaining in the overtime period. They have 2 timeouts. Randy Love. And he breaks tackle, stops the clock as he goes out of bounds inside the 41-yard line. Casey Merrill there chasing him out. 16-yard pickup. And he only used 6 seconds in doing so.
Well, you got to admire the courage of the Cardinals to run the ball in this instance, but they got 2 timeouts. There's a minute and 54 seconds to go. I guess they figure they have plenty of time.
Well, they were going to pick up that first down. There was a second and short. And he just...
Hey, they're going without a huddle, and they had the clock stopped. This one I don't understand. They had called it, I guess, so we'll go through with it. Here's Randy Love.
Well,
Randy Love with another big pickup to the 45-yard line of the Giants.
Well, now.
Well, maybe that's why they did it.
It seems to have worked.
Didn't get a Giants
I think
time
they
to
just didn't realize that the clock was stopped. This will be a pass, hopefully to get the completion, but most certainly to stop the clock.
A run.
I call that. Well, he should have listened.
It's one of those situations that now he's going to call his timeout. Do you think they could have done that to try to keep New York from changing their defensive alignment, which we've been talking about for the last few weeks? It seems like, what'd you call that? Not liberal substitution, but just situational.
Is the new term in the NFL.
I like to think that's why they did it, but I'm not so sure. I don't think that was the best call I've seen tonight.
O'Donohue over there working on his technique. It's left a little something to be desired in his last effort. And the strategy being played out once again. Now the Cards have 1 timeout. 1:23 remaining in overtime as we're heading towards breakfast.
Yeah. Well, it's easy for us up here to keep our heads. A lot of pressure on that sideline.
It's not so easy.
Second down and 11. And Donahue might have to go for that record. The Cardinals are going to win this tonight.
Actually picked up 3 first downs here in rather convincing fashion.
And they're doing with Randy Love. 1:23 remaining in overtime. 1 timeout for the Cardinals. Pat Tilley. And Tilley gets the first down, gets out of bounds, stops the clock, and the Cards are in what could be construed as field goal position right now.
I would think so. Mike Dennis again was the defender. Got to give Tilley a little ground.
Yeah, he had to because they had a safety blitz on. He had no help until he got by him.
Tilley wants to either get a glove off or he's jammed a finger. I think he's jammed a finger. First down and 10. The ball at the 34-yard line of the Giants.
Lomax, touchdown.
Roy Green, he steps out of bounds. That was a timing pattern, pressure on Neil Lomax. And it was a sprint with Roy Green against All-Pro Mark Haynes, and it was Green the winner.
Well, I think we may have us a winner.
C-43 coming up there, safety blitz. Haynes is out there all by himself. He has a lot of pressure on him. He can't let him catch the ball in front of him, put him in better field goal range, and he can't get beat deep because the game looks like it just may be over in a matter of seconds.
They have been here before, as I recall.
But O'Donohue still feeling a lot. He's sure feeling a lot better about that.
So the Cardinals will be very careful down here. They'll look for the touchdown, but you better believe that the ball carriers, Wayne Morris is in there and Earl Farrell, they talked it over in the huddle. The last thing they said before they leave hang on to it. There's a Giants to be tackling it.
I can't believe he's going to do that.
Lomax, incomplete. LaFleur was open. The crowd doesn't like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's so much confusion going on the benches.
Look, he's going to kick his field goal.
Now he brings the field goal unit out.
He's not going to open himself up. Any more criticism, I'm trying to kick it. I don't know if I'd try to kick it now. I really don't. I think I'd try 2 little plunges inside.
Well, you throw a pass into the end zone on first down, you come back, bring your field goal kicker out on second down.
Well, if he can't get this, though, I mean, you got to be able to.
Well, maybe it's a fake. 19-yard attempt. Neil O'Donoghue.
Oh, he missed it.
I can't believe it. O'Donoghue has missed from 19 yards.
I tell you, I'd have went, well, forget what I'd have done.
The Giants will get the ball back at the 20-yard line. 1:03 remaining in overtime. The Giants have no timeouts. We've seen some bizarre happenings tonight.
Oh, man.
We have seen 2 sure touchdown passes dropped in regulation play.
He was playing a hook shot.
The hold was perfect. It's hard to have a bad hold.
It's hard to miss that one, too.
I still think they should have had 2 plunges in the middle. You don't get the ball down there, and could have got a field goal blocked.
And for the Giants now, they are certainly aware they can't stop the clock. They've got to think big, and they've got to think fast.
You want to be conservative, why don't you quarterback sneak it twice?
That's right.
Jeff Rutledge, his first start for the Giants. And it's been a long night. Rutledge gets hammered once again as he tries to get the ball to Ernest Gray. I'll tell you, Rutledge
will be sore tomorrow.
A warm bath in the morning.
He'll be the first guy in the locker room.
And the last guy out.
Where's that whirlpool?
Ooh, he's shaking his head. He was really shaken up with that one. Here's what happened to O'Donoghue after he missed. He didn't get much sympathy from Vinnie Perrin, the holder.
Well, let's see if we can find him on the sideline.
And here is Bill Parcells when he saw it was missed.
Safe.
All right, Bill. Second down and 10. Rutledge. Intercepted.
Donohue's going to get another chance.
It's Lionel Washington. And Washington is going to give Donoghue another opportunity. I don't believe what's happening. Rutledge threw into double coverage. Lionel Washington, the nickel back, was back there, floating free, picked it off, returned it, and brought it all the way back close to the 25-yard line. A 29-yard return. And O'Donoghue can put the razor away.
Well,
Lionel Washington, he sets out on a long trip.
Now people are talking to O'Donoghue again on the sidelines. He was a lonely man there a minute ago. A few guys had just walked up to him, patted him on his shoulder.
It would really be awful if the coach goes along the bench and says, "Have any of you guys ever kicked field goals before?"
They put his equipment back in the locker. They'd already taken it out. One timeout. That's a key item also because Neil Lomax, and I'm sure he'd like to, would get it in closer for O'Donoghue. Like into the end zone.
Get a little run up the middle.
Might be left. They're not going very far that way.
No, sir. Nice going, Lionel.
Washington.
Huh?
Fourth-round draft pick. The rookie out of Tulane has given the Cardinals breathing room here for a moment.
Hey, we got a... Oh.
We have a Cardinal that's down.
That's Terry Steve, I'm afraid.
And the coach probably is thinking, why don't you get off the field before you fell down? So we can run the clock down.
Hopefully he wouldn't think that.
Terry Steve is the injured Cardinal. And O'Donoghue will get even more time to think about it.
And, well, usually they throw one in the end zone before they let Donoghue come out and kick.
I think Steve's all right. I hope so.
also going to cost the Cards the timeout. Steve, I think, was really trying to get off the field.
Yeah, couldn't make it, huh?
Just couldn't do it. So now, that changes the strategy for the Cards. He says, let's go for it right now. And out comes Neil O'Donohue. With a warm welcome from the hometown fans.
Oh, he better not miss this one.
They are a little fickle, aren't they?
If he makes it, let's watch him.
It's going to be about a 43-yard effort. And Benny Perrin, the holder, Randy Clark, the center. Yard attempt. Oh, no. Poor baby. And he misses right once again. And we have 20 seconds remaining in overtime. We are heading for a 5-quarter tie. Well, the good news is there are 20 seconds left.
As far as this man is concerned, it may never be any good news again.
It's been a strange game tonight. Indeed it has. The Giants get it back. Thank you, Don. You're welcome.
Well, Don, you said neither team deserved to win.
Well, they really did. This was not one of the better games. And I'm sure the Giants and Cardinals both feel that way, too. It was a kind of a raggedly played ball game. They can't even get a first out of this because, as I mentioned earlier, Green Bay and Baltimore have already done it. They went 5 quarters. So, basically what you have, these two teams came in at 2-5, and they're going to stay at 2-5. There is poetic justice. 20 seconds. Cardinals have about 7 defenders, all deep. Wait a minute. He's got another chance. No. 13 seconds remaining. What the Giants are looking for is the defensive foul, which would advance the ball and stop the clock. It'll be second down. Gotta. Bless his heart. You know, okay, you said they didn't wear bags yet. Well, the Aints are in town. My, what a night.
Now, I bet, even though they're lining 3 guys up on the right, they throw to number 82 over here on the left.
I'd give it to Carpenter.
All right?
He'll have a couple of folks with him, too.
Oh, I told you. Just to throw it well.
Underthrown. Good idea, because they have trotted Cheek out there once tonight to try a 66-yard field goal. 8 seconds remaining. Now, wait a minute.
3 missed field goals, 2 drop cinch touchdowns, 2 plays not ran on the goal line, 2 opportunities to get it in on the goal line that you don't take.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Oh.
Well, it's got fun.
You know,
overtime.
The lights never went out here. They never came on. Here we go. Let's give O'Donohue one more chance. I don't think he can reach it from there.
Well, for the first time today, overthrew him.
This game is history. Time is run out in overtime. It'll go into the books, a 20-20 tie. And again, there have been some bizarre happenings tonight. There could be a drop in attendance for next week's game. There'll be a lot more bags. And for Neil O'Donohue, a sleepless night ahead. The miss of a 19-yard field goal. The Giants and the Cardinals tie at 20 in overtime. 5 quarters of play. A reminder, tonight on Nightline, the latest on the terrorist attack on U.S. Marines in Beirut and how U.S. policy there will be affected. That's tonight on Nightline after your late local news, and it will be late over most of these ABC stations. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines, the official airline